What it do, God? It's your boy Trap Astrology, live from the trenches. Only place you can get real nigga interpretations and translations for astrology, astronomy, anything spiritual, you did. And after a brief hiatus of one day, I like to take on this fool's journey. After every 7 cards, I'm gonna take a day off just to get reacclimated and get refamiliar with the cards. Like I said, I learned them in a different capacity. So before I go on to the next section, I'm gonna always take a gap day just to sit, research, regather, figure out different talking points. But like I said, the last card we was on in our Chariot card translation series was the Chariot, which was the last card in the conscious collection of the cards. And conscious is everything that you are aware of. You get what I'm saying? So that was you mastering all your skills to take them into the astral realm, the spiritual realm, to take them into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious is things that you do in three-dimensional, that you do in your three-dimensional life that is like shit that's automated. Shit that you do and you don't know why you do it. You get what I'm saying? You could be a person that's just, rude to everybody, and it's just a defense mechanism. You ain't even a mean person. You just rude to everybody. That's something that's going on in your subconscious. You got something going on with yourself, which is why you putting up that defense mechanism. Those are subconscious thoughts. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you get into the superconscious, that's shit that's like your Akashic records. That shit that's like, that's going to, for the majority, stay in the spiritual realm. Stay in the astral plane. This is shit that may start in your subconscious, may start in the astral realm, but can bring itself down to a 3-dimensional realm. Now, another thing with these next 7 cards, which is the subconscious card, is a theme of morality. So this is where you figure out what type of spiritual being you finna be. Like I said, it's yin and it's yang, it's good and it's bad. You could be on your spiritual path for evil. You get what I'm saying? You could be doing all of this shit so you could use magic and use spirituality to hex people and do all type of spells on motherfuckers and love spells and shit. So through these next 7 cards, it's gonna be basically telling you the spiritual do's and don'ts, your spiritual rights from wrongs. You get what I'm saying? This is shit that you only can experience. You only gonna know from being up here, though. You get what I'm saying? Because these are things that you are unaware of until you make a conscious effort to tap into them. You can't pull shit from your subconscious if you just some 3-dimensional being and you're not in tune with self. You're not in tune with your spirituality. You'll never know what's going on in your subconscious. You'll always just be a nigga who do shit and don't know the real reason. You get what I'm saying? So these cards is basically showing you, like I said, showing you the ropes of the astral realm. Once you get done with these cards, you'll be ready to find your place within the greater universe. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to find your place amongst the stars. Like, we're not only what your goals is and what you're gonna do in this lifetime, but what your future lifetimes is about. What type of spiritual being you is gonna be once you get beyond this realm. And that's the super conscious. So the next card, like I said, the next card, our first card in the conscious section, but the next card in our series is the strength card. Now, right off the bat, you hear strength, and a lot of people think like, strong, cock strong, like niggas who strong in a 3-dimensional sense. That's not really what this card is about. This card is about inner strength. This card is about the having strength to do shit that the way you wanted to do it. This card is about, like I said, you took that the last card was the Chariot. That Chariot, you hopped in your Chariot and you flew into your subconscious. You flew into unfamiliar territory. So when you unfamiliar territory, you're going to always run into shit that's scary. You get what I'm saying? You're going to always run into shit that you ain't never seen before. And it can be scary. It can make you fearful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be scary when you do a trying spell and that shit work. It could be scary when you do your first money spell and that shit work. You get what I'm saying? It could be scary when you do your first tarot reading and that shit hit right on the head to the point where you get chills. You get what I'm saying? All of that type of shit can be scary, especially when you first getting in here in your spiritual journey, on the fool's journey. So what this strength card is basically telling you is to stand up. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like it's called the strength card, but I call it the stand up card. Just like that bitch on TikTok, you saying stand up. Like, don't let no unfamiliar shit scare you off your path. Like, you gotta have strength, you gotta have determination. You gotta have all of these things to keep moving forward in the astro realm. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna dive into this book. Like I said, this tarot book by Tina Gone. And cause she was making some good points on the strength card. And I don't want to leave her points out, because she made some good talking points on the strength card. Like confidence, patience, compassion. Like, you have to, this card is about having the strength to continue on your spiritual journey even though your family talking shit. Like, if you went vegan and Thanksgiving coming up and you pull up to the family and you only eating sides and everybody making snarky ass comments, oh, look at her, she white now, or she trying to be healthy, I'ma die with my chicken, blah 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 blah. That's fine. But you gotta have the strength to stay on your path. If these niggas want to eat bullshit and kill themselves, you can't control that. They probably here to do that. They probably here to experience that. Maybe they was vegan last time and felt like, oh shit, fuck, it wasn't worth it. They still died early. You get what I'm saying? So this card is about having strength to walk your path without nobody else clapping for you. You get what I'm saying? Having determination, say, oh yeah, I want to be this type of person. If you say, oh man, I'm done fucking with crazy hoes, I only want to fuck with girls who morals are like, who have morals and like is about more than just looks and three-dimensional shit. When you say that and a bad bitch come in your DMs and she flirting and shit, but you know she ain't shit, you gotta have the power, the strength to stand up and be like, no, I'm standing on my ground. Yeah, this bitch fine, but she not mentally fine. She not spiritually fine. So for me, that ain't gonna cut it. You get what I'm saying? Like, this card ain't about dominance. It ain't about overpowering, overbearing strength. It's about resiliency. It's about the strength of when people throwing stones at you to keep going. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're on your spiritual path, you always gonna have people that's opposed to you, regardless of what you're doing. You could be, like I said, you could be a nigga that care about astrology, and then you got people that's religious in your family that be talking, that's telling you that's the devil, telling you that that's some bullshit, telling you that that's some dark energy. You can have people stop fucking with you. Oh, you on some weird shit. Oh, that nigga, I did fuck with that nigga, but that nigga gonna be on some weird shit, bro. That nigga be always asking niggas what time they born and trying to get readings and do all this type of, do synastry and all type of shit. This strength card is about having the adaptability. You get what I'm saying? This strength card is being about like, okay, okay, I want to be vegan. I want to be vegan, but ain't nobody in my house vegan. You're going to have to adapt and find a way to find meals and feed your vegan self in a house of non-vegans. That's being adaptable. That's showing inner strength. That's showing strength in your endeavors, strength in your ideas, in your thoughts. You showing strength and saying, okay, I said I want to do this, so I'm gonna stick to it. This pulling out some of that emperor energy from the conscious cards. This pulling out some of that discipline, some of that authority. Sticking to shit that you said you're gonna do. Let's look at some other shit Tina was talking about. One thing she said that was big that I thought was converting your energy into action. A lot of times, our subconscious can't think in three-dimensional terms. So when I say that, your subconscious can't say, oh, I'm mad that people not understanding that I want to be spiritual. Or I'm mad that people ain't doing astrology with me. It ain't gonna say all of that. All that's gonna say, your subconscious gonna think is anger. You get what I'm saying? All your subconscious gonna see is passion. You get what I'm saying? Desire. It ain't gonna decipher it in three-dimensional terms and be like, oh, I'm mad about this. Your subconscious take it as broad shit. Passion, anger, desire. You get what I'm saying? And it's gonna trickle down, and it's gonna come out regardless. But if you don't channel it, if you just a nigga who sit there and if people's talking shit to you is affecting you and making you mad, that's fine. Use that anger to keep going on your path. Use it as fuel. When people say the hate fuels me, that's a real thing. That's actually spiritual. When you think of say the hate fuels me, it can. In your subconscious mind, you can use that passion, that desire, that anger. You can use all of that and channel it towards shit that you're trying to do. You get what I'm saying? Niggas hating on your spiritual path might make you go that much harder. Man, you know what? Niggas hating, I'm finna go even harder with this shit. I'm finna be the coldest astrologer with this shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm finna be the hardest vegan out here. I'm finna stay eating good ass vegan meals. I'm finna do it up. You get what I'm saying? Like, in this card, like I said, it's the first card in the subconscious section, but it's pretty straight to the point too. It's about having power in your mind. It's about finding inner strength. You get what I'm saying? Like the best athletes in the world will tell you, yeah, it's people that's good all over the world, but they gotta have the inner strength to get up and do that extra workout. If all these motherfucking football players around me is waking up running a mile, I gotta wake up and run 2 miles. This is that energy. Because you showing power in your thoughts. You showing power in your ambition. You showing power in your drive. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you gonna need that. Like I said, when you going into unfamiliar spiritual territory, you gonna need that, because you gonna run into shit. Like I said, you ain't the only nigga playing spiritual games out here. You might be a motherfucker who start selling incense and start doing teas and shit, and you got bitches who been doing teas 4 or 5 years who live in the local area, and they don't like that shit. They might start, and they've been doing this shit 10, 20 years. They, like I said, you can be mad, you can be malicious, or you can be good. So if they went down a malicious path and all they do is spells and shit, and they use spirituality and astrology and all of that shit just for personal gain, they might see that you trying to be young and come up in the game. They might see that you actually got some talent. They might start throwing hexes on you. They might start throwing spirits at you. They might start putting demons on your name. You get what I'm saying? They real, and that shit will resonate. You might just come out and have a flat tire. You don't even know why. Motherfuckers is speaking on your name. Motherfuckers is throwing dirt on your name. Motherfuckers is putting spirits in your game. This spiritual game is not just all good niggas. It's like Marvel, nigga. Anybody can wake up and be a villain today doing this spiritual shit. You get what I'm saying? Every day a villain is born in the spiritual community. And the shit's so deep, a lot of times they be getting used as vessels, and they don't even be knowing that they off their path no more. If you ask them, anybody who ain't agreeing with them is tripping. Nigga, if you don't agree with me, you tripping. You the problem. If you ask them, they don't even know that they demons. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna need inner strength on this spiritual path. All of that three-dimensional strength ain't shit. You could be the biggest, buffest, toughest, roughest nigga in the spiritual realm, and a little ass baby spirit will slap the shit out you. Motherfucking baby spirit that's only been around a couple 100 years will slap the shit out you. Because it ain't about brute strength. It's about strength of mind. It's about strengthening up your focus. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, when motherfuckers throwing hexes on you and shit in this spiritual game, you gotta have the spiritual to throw some blocks. Throw some blocks up. You get what I'm saying? You gotta be able to juke that shit. You gotta be able to bust a spin move on the bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, trust me, It ain't all kisses and roses on this road to spirituality, on this fool's journey. Man, it's a lot of bumps and bruises, just like that world out there. You ain't no experience all good, because if experience is all good, you wouldn't even know that it's good. You'll probably think that you're being oppressed because they make everybody doing one thing. And then every time somebody do the opposite of that one thing, they probably be killed or exiled or something, which makes it a dictation rule. You don't have no room for creativity or nothing. So if good not a gray area, then you really don't want to be in that existence anyways. You get what I'm saying? So when this card come out in its full essence, it's telling you tighten up a little bit. It's telling you, all right, do some spiritual push-ups. Stand in your word is bond with this. Word is bond with this card. If you said you wanted to do some shit and you really want to do some shit, if niggas get to hating, so what? If you said you want to rap and you start rapping and none of your friends repost your songs, that don't mean that you should go stop rapping. If you like to rap and you think you good and you like to do the shit, man, go do that shit. Even if you is bad, after you've been rapping for 2 or 3 years, you'll get better. We was talking about that on the Chariot card. Motherfuckers don't be sticking to their guns enough. Niggas be saying they want to be, I want to be a party planner, and for 2 weeks, they start talking about being a party planner and don't do no type of effort, don't do no type of leg work into building stability into that goal, that mindset they had, but then get mad when motherfucker, that ain't hate. Now don't confuse hate with realism. Because a lot of times niggas just being real with your dumb ass. If you talk about being a party planner and you mad because, oh, motherfuckers ain't reaching out or motherfuckers ain't tapping in, but you only been doing it 2 weeks and this is a motherfucker that's been doing it for 2 years and they booked up. Don't get the hating on that nigga that's been doing it 2 years, because that ain't hate. What they doing ain't hate. What they showing you is they showing you strength. Maybe you should look to them like an OG, like with that Arafon card. Maybe you should look out and reach out to them for some knowledge, because they obviously been doing this shit, so they know something that you don't know. If you having trouble, but you gotta stick to what you said you're trying to do. You can't be doing that shit for 2 weeks, nobody tap in, and now you done with it. I thought you was cold. I thought this was your passion. You can't lie to the universe. You can lie to people on three-dimensional planes. Some people might know you lying, some people might not. But your intention is always masked by your three-dimensional casing. Your human body can mask your intention. In the spiritual realm, it can't. Your intent is right, is heard right when you say some shit. You get what I'm saying? So, if you say you want to go to the NBA, but you don't never go to practice, you ain't never working out, you ain't taking care of your body, you ain't building connections, then nigga, you don't want to, the universe heard you don't want to go to the NBA. You just talking. That's where people get dreams from. That's where that Disney dream shit come from. Dreams can become realities if you make moves. Like niggas be like, oh yeah, you can't be president. Well, it's certain shit you can't do. Yeah, you can't be president, probably not. But you can't be president of the United States. You can be president of a company. You get what I'm saying? You might could be the governor of a state. You might could be president of an organization. You get what I'm saying? You might not can't be president of the United States specifically, because that's a bloodline thing. But it's different things that you can do in the avenue. And then you can have strength with your will and keep going in. Stand 10 toes on what you said. You can do that and go straight towards it. Whatever you trying to do. And that's what this card is telling you to do. This card is saying, damn, I said I want to make wigs and shit, and I know that I'm colder than these bitches making wigs. I just gotta, this card is about staying to that shit. Even when your mama say, oh, you need to go to school, you need to go to nursing school, all that wig shit, you need to get something secure. You got a kid, you gotta make sure his life is straight. This ain't just about you. You gotta have strength to be like, fuck that, mama. I'm making wigs. I'm gonna work a job and support and do whatever I gotta do to support my three-dimensional self, but I wanna make wigs. I'm gonna have strength and stick to my guns. That's why I call this card stand up. Do not get weak in the knees when niggas get to hating, when niggas get to throwing salt, when niggas get to disagreeing. If you already thought out, now if you having a discussion, you ask people for opinions, this ain't the card. This card wouldn't show up in that situation. This card ain't in that situation. What this card is about is when you done already thought out something. You done already planned it. I want to be a pianist. I want to be a world famous piano player. You get what I'm saying? You already made it up in your mind. You already looked at the classes. You already seen how much they cost. You already follow a couple of them on Instagram. See what type of shit they be doing. See what type of practices they be doing. See what type of shit that they be into. You already did all of that thinking. You already made it up the mind. Well, you already made up your eternal mind. You already made up your mind in your head. This is the card when you go tell your family, when you go tell your friends, man, yeah, man, I'm finna, oh yeah, bro, I'm finna go start playing piano. And they laughing at you because you 20-something years old and you randomly want to be a piano player now. But they don't know that you always wanted to play piano. Because you ain't never said nothing to nobody. And it ain't no way to prove that. So guess what? Ain't no point in trying to prove it to a nigga. Stick with your move. And if niggas can't respect what you trying to do, then you need to move yourself from around those individuals. Most of the time, though, niggas don't care. Like I said, in this three-dimensional world, a lot of times niggas don't be care. If y'all real friends, they don't give a fuck what you into. Okay, they might laugh for a second, but once they see you serious with that shit, they gonna fuck around, tap in. They gonna fuck around, go to a recital or two. You get what I'm saying? Fuck around, buy you a keyboard or something. Once they see you serious about the shit, and the niggas who still hating after they see you serious, you can either if they family or whatever, you want to stick by them, you can just tune them out. Or you can distance yourself from them people. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's what this card all about. This card right here, and I said it was fucking supposed to be 5 minutes, and here I go 22 minutes again. But yeah, this has been strength, the strength card, or I like to call it stand up.